अब धेरै जसो मान्छेहरूले त फाइदा लिनको लागि नै व्यवसायहरू गरिरहेका हुन्छन्, तर हजुरले यसलाई विशेष गरी सोसल इन्टरप्राइजेसको रूपमा लिनु अथवा यसलाई त्यो तरिकाले सोचेर अगाडि बढ्नुमा चाहिँ यहाँको के उद्देश्य छ?
In 2018 मा चाहिँ I started having questions about the sustainability.
Okay.
How to bring the real change. कसरी चाहिँ यसलाई सस्टेनेबल बनाउने हैन, सधैँ डोनेसन लिएर सधैँ डोनेसन दिएर do we really improve in our society? How to empower them in a such a way without feeling कि कसैको मर्सीमा हैन कि they can be proud of what they are doing, so they can support their children education with their own earning. कसरी गराउने भनेर चाहिँ सोच्न थाले. We design, we make it here by all women and consume by Nepali people, okay? जो नेपाललाई धेरै माया गर्नुहुन्छ नि, who has understand that they have to give back to Nepal भने उहाँहरूलाई चाहिँ झन् नेपाली प्रोडक्टहरू मनपर्छ हैन. Like I never thought as a woman and you touch a camera which is very expensive, I'm like we हुन्छ नि we हैन.
हिजो काम गर्नुभन्दा अगाडिसम्म केही पनि थिएन हैन, घरसर पनि थिएन. अहिले रातारात धनी भयो, कार चढेर हिँड्छ, 3 तले घर ठडाएको छ. यिनीहरू भनेको सबै गरिबको आँसु बेचेर धनी हुनेहरू. Why do you think people should know about Kokroma, Nepal?
You know, we are a business, but the people come first.
वर्किङ इन नेपाल एनजिओस पर्सपेक्टिभको नयाँ श्रृङ्खलामा यहाँलाई स्वागत गर्दछु. म कार्यक्रम प्रस्तुता रबिन. आज मेरो साथमा एकजना यस्तो व्यक्तित्व हुनुहुन्छ जसको विभिन्न परिचयहरू छन्. उहाँलाई फिल्ममेकर, एन्टरप्रेन्योर, सोसल एक्टिभिस्ट थुप्रै उपमाहरूले पनि चिनिन्छ. हामी आजको कार्यक्रममा उहाँको जीवनसँग सम्बन्धित यिनै पक्षहरू विशेषतः सामाजिक अभियन्ता भएको प्रसङ्गबाट थुप्रै कुराकानी गर्नेछौँ. अब कति पनि समय खेर नफालिकन म आजको हाम्रो गेस्टलाई आजको कार्यक्रममा स्वागत गर्न चाहन्छु. उहाँ हुनुहुन्छ रेवती गुरुङज्यू. आउनुहोस्, उहाँलाई कार्यक्रममा स्वागत गर्दछु.
Thank you so much for having me here.
अनि आजभोलि के गर्दै हुनुहुन्छ?
अहिले त फुल टाइम कोक्रोमालाई नै मैले आफ्नो टाइम दिइरहेको छु.
हजुर, हाम्रो भ्युवर्सहरूलाई बताइदिनुहोस् एक्चुअली कोक्रोमा भनेको के हो?
कोक्रोमा अहिले चाहिँ इज नोन एज अ चिल्ड्रेन क्लोदिङ ब्रान्ड. तर यसको ओरिजिन, यसको ब्याक स्टोरी भन्नुपर्दा चाहिँ सोसल एन्टरप्राइज. यसको मेन एजेन्डा भनेको चाहिँ मार्जिनलाइज्ड वुमेनहरूलाई चाहिँ थ्रु इम्प्लोइमेन्ट हाउ टु इम्पावर देम होइन, वुमेन इम्पावरमेन्टमा काम गर्छ. गिभिङ स्किल ट्रेनिङ, प्रोभाइडिङ जब अपर्च्युनिटी अनि मेकिङ देमसेल्भ्स टु फिल प्राउड अफ वाट दे आर डुइङ. त्यो चाहिँ कोक्रोमा हो.
अहिले अब कोक्रोमाले विशेषतः मैले हेरिरहँदाखेरि बालबालिकाको कपडाहरू तयार गरेको पाएँ होइन. तपाईँहरूको अहिले टिममा कतिजना आबद्ध हुनुहुन्छ?
अहिले एक्ज्याक्टली टुडे भन्नुहुँदाखेरि हामी 17 वुमेन छौँ. इट गन बी सुन
इन्क्रिज्ड.
हजुर हजुर.
अनि अब तपाईँले यसलाई सोसल इन्टरप्राइजेसको बेसिसबाट अगाडि बढिरहेको छ भन्नुभयो होइन. अब धेरै जसो मान्छेहरूले त फाइदा लिनको लागि नै व्यवसायहरू गरिरहेका हुन्छन्, तर हजुरले यसलाई विशेष गरी सोसल इन्टरप्राइजेसको रूपमा लिनु अथवा यसलाई त्यो तरिकाले सोचेर अगाडि बढ्नुमा चाहिँ यहाँको के उद्देश्य छ नि?
ओके, सो मेरो अलिकति ब्याकग्राउन्ड भन्यो. आई वाज नट द बिजनेस
वुमेन
होइन, ब्याकग्राउन्डबाट म बिलोङ गर्दिनँ. मेरो फ्यामिलीमा पनि कोही हुनुहुन्न. एन्ड आई डिडन्ट स्टडी बिजनेस एन्ड आई नेभर थट द्याट आई वुड बी अ अन्टरप्रेन्योर इन माई लाइफ वेन आई वाज इन कलेज के. तर 2015 जब हाम्रो ठुलो भूकम्प आयो त्यतिखेर चाहिँ फ्रम भेरी स्मल initiation I took personally, making tea to hospitals.
Okay.
घरमै अलिकति चिया बनाएर
त्यो चाहिँ voluntarily
होइन. That's how my journey started as a social worker. त्यो I started doing volunteering, providing tea and eggs in hospitals, and later that act चाहिँ गएर it became NGOs. I started working in a remote schools in different district, earthquake ले affect भएको डिस्ट्रिक्टहरू जस्तो सिन्धुपाल्चोक, दादिङ, काभ्रे, यी जिल्लाहरूमा चाहिँ मैले चिल्ड्रेन र तिनीहरूको एजुकेसनमा काम गरेँ त्यो चाहिँ मेरो मोस्टली कम्प्लिटली सोसल वर्क भनौँ न होइन I registered NGO called Moving Mountain Nepal.
Okay.
त्यो प्रोजेक्ट गरिरहँदाखेरि I would visit every year 15 to 20 schools, providing all the educational materials, talking to the teachers, parents, children, every year the same school, you know. त्यो गरिरहँदाखेरि चाहिँ at the end of the project in 2018 मा चाहिँ I started having questions about the sustainability,
Okay.
you know, how to bring the real change, कसरी चाहिँ यसलाई सस्टेनेबल बनाउने होइन सधैँ डोनेसन लिएर सधैँ डोनेसन दिएर इज डु वी रियली इम्प्रुभ इन आवर सोसाइटी क्यान वी मुभ फरवर्ड होइन त्यो खालको चाहिँ मलाई क्वेसन आउन थाल्यो कि मेरो मनमा चाहिँ कहिलेसम्म चाहिँ फ्रीमा दिने कहिलेसम्म फ्रीमा लिने कहिलेसम्म चाहिँ डोनेसन माग्ने होइन एउटा त्यो अनि द सेम टाइम आई वान्ट टु सपोर्ट अदर वुमेन हु इज making good impact, positive impact in the society, like other entrepreneurs. So मैले चाहिँ 2017बाट चाहिँ filmmaking पनि start गरेँ to support other filmmakers, like other women entrepreneurs through filmmaking. अनि त्यो दौरानमा चाहिँ at the end सबै कुरा चाहिँ कहाँ आएर जोडिँदो रहेछ भन्दा चाहिँ फाइनेन्समा के होइन if parents are capable, if mothers who are mostly vulnerable, who are single women or uneducated, who has a lack of opportunity, उनीहरूको children, उनीहरू चाहिँ बढीभन्दा बढी चाहिँ सफर हुन्छ. How to empower them in a such a way without feeling कि कसैको मर्सीमा होइन कि they can be proud of what they are doing, so they can support their children education with their own earning. कसरी गराउने भनेर चाहिँ सोच्न थालेँ. There are a lot of NGOs, I think a lot of peoples who has gone through the same kind of transitions in one point when you do the social work. कसरी गर्ने भन्ने we are very curious. अब म एकदम curious छु होइन. त्यो गर्दा चाहिँ why don't you create something that is possible to do in Nepal for Nepali people and you know by Nepali people, you know. So त्यसरी चाहिँ त्यो क्वेसनको सल्युसनमा चाहिँ कोक्रोमा जन्मेको. Why don't you make something within the all the raw material that is available in Nepal for Nepali children by Nepali women so they can earn and support their children.
So if I'm not wrong, in 2015 ma you went to Finland. And for the gender and politics studies. And then there you saw that whole thing of कसरी फिनिसहरूले चाहिँ आफ्नो त child productलाई channelize गर्नुहुन्छ. You basically the inspiration came from there, right?
Yes.
And at the same time, अब तपाईँ अघि भन्नुभयो जस्तै gender politics को student, you came into these things, होइन? आइसकेपछि चाहिँ अब एउटा समस्याको समाधानको रूपमा सस्टेनेन्सको लागि तपाईँ यहाँ कोक्रोमा एस्टाब्लिस गर्नुभयो.
हजुर.
तर कोक्रोमा आफै चाहिँ कतिको सस्टेन भएर चलिरहेछ त?
Okay. Oh, you mentioned about my like education in Finland, होइन? त्यो क्वेसनमा चाहिँ like okay, यो प्रब्लम सल्भमा के गर्ने भन्दा चाहिँ इन्सपिरेसन केम फ्रम फिनिस बेबी बक्स अफ कोर्स होइन. सो नेपालको फिनिस बक्स चाहिँ नेपाली बक्स चाहिँ कस्तो हुन आउँछ भन्ने परिकल्पना इट्स गेभ मी काइन्ड अफ फाउन्डेसन टु डिजाइन द प्रोजेक्ट के कोक्रोमा चाहिँ त्यो हजुरले भनिहाल्नु भयो होइन. सो सस्टेनेबिलिटीको क्वेसन चाहिँ एक्चुली द केम 2015मा चाहिँ म स्टडी त्यो अर्थक्वेक आयो. आई डिड माई ह्युज लाइक क्याम्पेन वाज गोइङ अन होइन सिन्स 2015 अप्रिल. म अगस्टमा फिनल्यान्ड गएँ. पढ्दैखेरि आई टुक अपर्च्युनिटी टु रेज fund in Finland.
Oh, okay. Impressive.
And in that one incident happened in the headquarters of Angry Bird.
Okay, Angry Bird. Wow, quite a popular brand, huh?
Yes, Rovio Entertainment. He asked me to give a presentation about my work and how can they help. सो मैले गरिरहेको कामहरू यो चियाको प्रोजेक्टहरू स्कुल ब्यागको प्रोजेक्टहरू बारेमा मैले बताएँ एन्ड एट द एन्ड अफ द प्रेजेन्टेसन आई प्लेज फर फन्डिङ यु नो
Okay.
अनि उहाँको क्वेसन चाहिँ त्यही हाउ क्यान यु सस्टेन
Okay.
you know I can give you know
I can give you a certain amount of
money,
money अहिले
but
त,
how can you
तर
solve
पछि
the
त्यही त,
how can you solve the real issue भन्दा त actually that was a very like life changing questions to me. Yes, I can receive money whether it's a $5,000 or $5 million, but does it really solve the problem भन्ने क्वेसन चाहिँ यस्तो हिट गर्यो कि that I came with that questions.
Okay.
And then I continue my project 2016, 17, 18. But that question always stayed with me. That's why I asked question, how can I solve this problem? You know, like I'm going back to village, visiting schools, talking to the principal, teachers, students. But how can you make it sustainable? So त्यो 4 years को questionले चाहिँ Kokroma जन्मेको. So about the sustainability of Kokroma, it's sustainable because हामीले बनाउने कपडाहरू चाहिँ मोस्टली मेजोरिटी अफ आवर क्लोदिङ्स आर मेड इन नेपाल. हाम्रो धागोदेखि लिएर यान डाई गर्नेदेखि लिएर विभिङ फिनिस प्रडक्ट हामी नेपालमै बनाउँछौँ मोस्टली. केही मात्रामा जुन नेपालमा सम्भव छैन त्यो हामीले इम्पोर्ट गर्नुपर्छ होइन. वी डिजाइन वी मेक इट हियर बाई ओल्ड वुमेन एन्ड कन्ज्युम बाई नेपाली पिपल के.
Okay.
नेपाली मदर्सहरूले आफ्नो बच्चाको लागि या नेपाल जो बाहिर बस्नुभएको छ अस्ट्रेलिया युके युरोप युएसए जो नेपाललाई धेरै माया गर्नुहुन्छ नि हु हेज अन्डरस्ट्यान्ड द्याट दे हेभ टु गिभ ब्याक टु नेपाल भने उहाँहरूलाई चाहिँ झन् नेपाली प्रडक्टहरू मनपर्छ होइन. उहाँहरूले किन्नुहुन्छ द्याट प्रफिट वी आर नट आस्किङ फर डोनेसन वी आर गिभिङ द भेरी गुड क्वालिटी प्रडक्ट. दे बाई इट द्याट मनी गोज ब्याक टु द वुमेन टु क्रिएट अ जब. And it's self-sustaining. I'm not asking for donation to anyone.
Random people.
At the moment.
True.
Yeah, we are asking, providing service, providing product.
Okay, take our service and then you pay certain amount. That was it.
Yeah, it's a business,
As a
completely business. So it's called social entrepreneurship, which I learned later on.
You didn't know before.
I didn't know it exists. You know,
Existed already.
And so many people has done for a long time.
Oh my God.
You know?
And then you were so new to that all.
Yes. Ignorance is bliss.
True. Sometimes it actually is a bliss. अब अलिकति सोशल एन्टरप्रेनर भइरहँदा नि प्लस सोशल एक्टिभिस्ट पनि भइरहँदाखेरि सोशल एन्टरप्रेनर हुनु र सोशल एक्टिभिस्ट हुनुको डिफरेन्स चाहिँ के हुने रहेछ त?
अब you know like you don't have to wear the one certain hat you know. So मैले नभन्दा पनि हुन्छ मेरो ब्याकग्राउन्ड स्टोरी. I can talk only as an entrepreneur and promote my product. Yeah. There are why I talk always my background, you know, the background story. Kina bhanchu bhanda because I'm passionate about working for the community, working for the people. त्यो मेरो ब्याकग्राउन्ड हो नि त. त्यसले इन्स्पायर गरेको हो नि त हैन. सो वेदर आई एम अन्टरप्रेनर नट मैले चाहिँ सोसल इस्यु देख्ने रहेछु के. मैले नोटिस गरेँ एभ्रिवेयर. इभन आई गो आउटसाइड आई स्टार्ट स्क्रिमिङ इफ समबडी थ्रो द प्लास्टिक इन द रोड हैन. म एजुकेट गराउन चाहन्छु भने नफ्याँक होइन. यु हेभ टु किप योर होइन. अनि हिजो पनि एउटा बच्चाले प्लान्टको हाँगा भाँचिरहेको थियो. प्यारेन्ट्स हेरिरहेको थियो. आई टेल इन वान डे म 5-10जनासँग त मेरो आर्ग्युमेन्ट भइरहेको हुन्छ. या नाइसली डोन्ट डु दिस.
Sort of moral policing.
Yes. So because I see that way okay. अनि the social activism is not about only certain subject होइन. त्यो I don't want to wear that tag. It comes whether animal, it comes whether for pollutions or discriminations, whatever problem I see or issue, and if it's very small actly, whether it solves the problem or not, but I try. And Tuesday, I see it's activisms, and through whether talking, sharing my story, or making films, त्यो भयो भने entrepreneur came as a result of my social activisms.
अब सोसल एक्टिभिजमको कुरा गरिरहँदा नि नेपालमा सोसल एक्टिभिस्ट हुन कति सजिलो छ म यो किन पनि सोधिरहेको छु भन्दाखेरि हामी कहाँ सोसल एक्टिभिस्टलाई विशेष गरी एनजिओ सेक्टरमा काम गर्नेलाई के दोष लाग्छ भन्दा हिजो काम गर्नुभन्दा अगाडिसम्म केही पनि थिएन होइन, घरसर पनि थिएन, अहिले रातारात धनी भयो, कार चढेर हिँड्छ, 3 तले घर ठडाएको छ, यिनीहरू भनेको सबै गरिबको आँसु बेचेर धनी हुनेहरू हुन् भन्ने खालको एक किसिमको निन्दा मानिसहरूको धारणा सुन्ने गरिन्छ नि। तपाईँले यस्तो कतिको सुन्नु भएको छ? यो कुराप्रति तपाईँको धारणा चाहिँ के छ?
ओके, सो यो एक्टिभिजम भन्ने कुरा नै मलाई चाहिँ आइएम नट भेरी लाइक हुन्छ नि, थाहा छैन वाट इज लाइक डिस्टिङ्ग्विस। आई डिड द टाइम नट नोइङ आई वाज डुइङ एक्टिभिजम के। सो वेदर लाइक हाउ बिगर स्केल भन्ने कुरा होइन, आई डोन्ट केयर हाउ बिग। इफ समबडी यु आस्क मेरो इम्प्याक्ट गर्नु भने आई डोन्ट नो, एभ्री डे आई प्र्याक्टिस टु ब्रिङ सम पोजिटिभ चेन्ज। मैले बोल्दा हुन्छ भने एन्ड एनी सब्जेक्ट के। सो आई डोन्ट वान्ट टु पुट द्याट ह्याट, but it's needed sometimes for introduction when people ask me, you know. Actually, I really don't like any hats. Okay, I'm just Rewati Gurung and being myself.
Yeah, all by myself, right?
yes. Then, and another funny thing, I know, like people tell me that, oh, your activism and menstruations in Nepal, making film and menstruations.
You did that.
Yes.
With the team of Sarah, I guess.
Yes,
right?
yes. I make a 3-4 documentary film about.
We'll come to that one later.
Yes.
Okay, and then?
But, it was not like intentional, you know. I really want people who is working in this field do it, talk. They are better, you know. They're more knowledgeable. I never intended to do it, but then when somebody doesn't do it, I'm like, okay, I need to do it because. People
you
are not,
feel the need there.
Yes, then only I did. Then people give me the tag, oh, you're doing this, but I'm not looking for tag, and I didn't mean to. हुन्छ नि म यो हो भनेर चाहिँ I don't want to introduce
to
either.
level myself this way or that way. So basically you do that because you feel the need, and irrespective of whatever comments people do make, it's pretty much like non-existent to you. ओके, अर्को पनि एउटा के क्वेसन सोध्ने गरिन्छ भन्दाखेरि नि, अब यो चाहिँ प्रश्न भन्दा पनि मेरो हजुरप्रतिको धारणा होइन, नेपालमा एन्टरप्रेन्योर हुनु आफैमा चुनौतीपूर्ण मानिन्छ, त्यसमा पनि सोसल एक्टिभिस्ट भएर एन्टरप्रेन्योर हुनु अर्को च्यालेन्ज, त्यसमा पनि वुमेन सोसल एन्टरप्रेन्योर विथ एक्टिभिजम कतिको च्यालेन्जिङ छ?
इट्स भेरी च्यालेन्जिङ। मलाई चाहिँ कस्तो लाग्यो भने यो कुरा चाहिँ yes, I feel challenging, you know, but then also not to do it is also more challenging me.
True that. Something has to be done, right?
To do nothing and to live your life doing nothing is more challenging.
Counting stars, maybe.
So, I think there is both side, positive and negative. And being woman, there is a lot of positive side of credibility, that people trust you, your authenticity, and we as a women in Nepal especially, we give 1000% because we've been always asked, you know, questioned for our work, even being honest. So we have to always work more than needed, you know, than man, you know.
To prove your worth.
Yes, worth. So that's why women, we are hardworking, we are honest. होला कोही त्यो हुन्छ नि मान्छेलाई they like to give, you know, tag and to dismiss. There are, to be honest, majority of women, they have to work harder than men in Nepal to prove to be someone. त्यसले गर्दा एउटा पोजिटिभ माइन्डसेट छ वुमेनप्रतिको, रिलायबल, दे आर रिलायबल भन्ने खालको होइन, त्यो पोजिटिभ हो। तर सबैलाई म भन्न चाहदिनँ बिकज यु क्यानट पुट, यु नो,
everybody into the box.
Yes. A challenge भनेको हाम्रो होल सिस्टम, our cultural values, like that is designed in a way that to keep women so busy in a household, maintaining our religious activities, festivals, family relatives, that we hardly have a time to do something creative for your own identity.
No time for yourself, but for everybody, for everyone you have time, but not for yourself.
Yes. And that's the most biggest challenge I see, to cut the you know, if you want to achieve something and do something in your life, you cannot do everything. You cannot have both. के भन्छ हात दुईटै हातमा लड्डु हुँदैन भन्ने जस्तै you have to make a compromise. You have to struggle. त्यो challenge त छ. It's very hard, but it's a character also. You should to be entrepreneur or activism जुन कुरा छ नि यो चाहिँ अलिकति तपाईको पर्सनालिटी र क्यारेक्टरमा पनि आउनुपर्छ. You cannot make it.
It has to be something inherent and inbuilt.
Yes, like तपाईँलाई केही भएको हुनुपर्छ लाइफमा. So trigger point हुनुपर्छ कि that yes, I want to do this भनेर हुन्छ नि. Even though भोलि लड्दा नि उठ्न सक्ने तपाईसँग भयो भने चाहिँ you can do it. Oh, I just want to be like her, but you don't have something in you. Like तपाईँलाई त्यस्तो लाइफले टिच गराएको छैन कि you have to really fight to achieve that, then you don't fight for that.
True that. So now let me ask you about the filmmaking that you were mentioning earlier. So you just said that you've been working for the, you know, the menstruation hygiene and, you know, awareness there with the team from UK. I mentioned the ladies, Dr. Sarah Parker, right? Professor Dr. Sarah Parker was there. So from where did you get all the inspiration on, and why did you feel it was needed, especially filmmaking, which sounds so exotic to me? Because I mean, like, as you said, you don't prefer to keep any hats on your head as a feather, but like this is something, you're a filmmaker, you're a social activist, you're this and that. So from where did you get that all inspiration? From the film part, actually.
Yes, interesting. जब मैले त्यो अर्थक्वेक पछि जसरी एउटा सानो हैन 2 लिटरको चिया बनाएर म घरबाट निस्क्या हो हैन, that I posted in social media.
Oh, you did.
And then that's how everybody came on board, supported, it went, you know, it grew. And one of the reason is like it was possible because you are posting in Facebook.
Social media.
Yes.
Okay.
And it's a photography and it's a small videos.
There.
Okay. Then that actually, like, I never thought as a woman and you touch a camera, which is very expensive. I'm like, we and
okay.
But that's interestingly very lucky. Onion Films, let's say, only for women residential workshop गरेको थियो, filmmaking for women भनेर.
Oh, okay.
And I joined that. They gave me opportunity and it was very good because it was residential and you have to make film. You're forced to make film. You have to pitch your ideas and then make film. And त्यतिखेर चाहिँ मैले एउटा idea pitch गरेको थिएँ because after the earthquake, म चाहिँ एउटा सानो as a consultant, I have worked as a researcher for University of Minnesota ko एउटा menstruation project ma.
Oh, wow.
Then I visited Jiri and Nuwakot, different districts. What the girls and women are experiencing during and after the earthquake in their period. So that experience, I thought, oh my God, what if we bring into the movie or a documentary film, you know, rather than only write up or in a, you know, a research paper.
Yeah, audio visual medium has to be there and then just the return one.
त्यो भएर चाहिँ त्यो story त्यहाँबाट inspired भएर चाहिँ I pitch and then okay, you have to make this film. It's a film workshop. At the end of the workshop, I was forced to make it.
Okay.
One, that gave me confidence to touch camera, or I got the idea of filmmaking. Not big because I was very busy as a mother and doing my project. So I always make very short documentary that is possible to do in a certain time, you know. It doesn't need years and years to complete within few months. त्यो खालको documentary चाहिँ I started making. After that, I made other documentary about. I became more and more curious about these practices. मेरो त्यही simple knowledge मात्रै use गरे हो, and not so much. I haven't made much documentary, but whatever I made was useful for the research, for the activisms that Dr. Sarah Parker was doing, or other people are doing, even college. They use as a medium, and that's why they are telling me as a filmmaker.
Okay. Now, let's talk about this common, I would say, understanding of people. They say that working in NGO or INGO for that matter, and working with foreigner is easier than just being complete Nepali. सो नेपाली मात्र भएर एनजिओमा काम गर्नुभन्दा चाहिँ फरेनरहरूसँग गऱ्यो भने चाहिँ अलिकति सजिलो हुन्छ, सपोर्ट हुन्छ भन्ने गरिन्छ। त्यो फरेनर भएर सपोर्ट भएको हो कि अथवा उसलाई त्यो विषयको ज्ञान भएर सपोर्ट भएको हो? र एउटा महिला मात्र भएर काम गर्नु अनि फेरि नेपाली महिला भएर काम गर्नु कतिको अप्ठ्यारो छ यो बेसिसमा?
I didn't get your questions, like in what context, like Nepali foreigners-सँग काम गर्नु भन्नाले in referring what?
रिफरिङ टु सोसल सर्भिसको कुरा गरौँ होइन। तपाईँ सोसल सर्भिसमा जानुभयो, एउटा फरेनरलाई लिएर जानुभयो नि त। अब उहाँले त्यो फरेनरलाई लिएर तपाईँ फिल्डमा गएको बेलामा तपाईँले पाउने रेस्पेक्ट र तपाईँ नेपाली मात्रै भएर फिल्डमा गएको बेलामा पाउने रेस्पेक्ट त भिन्नता होला नि त होइन?
Oh, a lot. Actually,
okay,
what
okay.
happened? It's a funny incident that happened. So I had my friend, his name is Gary Varnell, and he is the one who followed me when I was doing my very initial project, T2 Hospital and school bag project. And he would take pictures of me, and he's foreigner. हत्ता नपत्ता गाउँको मान्छेहरू चाहिँ come with the garland and put garland on him के
typical Nepali.
अनि उसलाई चाहिँ no, I want to take pictures, and she's the one who is doing this project.
So
you
do
know?
that facilitation to
no,
her.
No, sir, please sit and chair ल्याएर राख्दिने where he wants to take a picture. So no, he doesn't want to sit. But that assumption stayed for a few years. Like the way they treated me, foreigner को money. Actually त्यो project गर्न चाहिँ हाम्रो कतारमा बस्ने, दुबईमा बस्ने दाजुभाइहरूले सपोर्ट गरेको थियो जुन मुभिङ माउन्टेन स्कुल ब्यागको कुरा छ नि. By the fourth year, all the school and parents knew about me. It was just a Nepalese women, just
who's
ordinary.
doing all that work.
Yes. And they became so supportive. Okay? होइन रहेछ नि त, misunderstanding clear भयो नि त. And in one incident, one lady came and she just cried with me, you know. It's like, there's no difference between you and me. तपाईँले मेरो बच्चाको लागि यस्तो स्कुल ब्याग लिएर वर्षौँ पछि आउनुहुन्छ होइन, मलाई पनि समथिङ लाइक दिस केही गर्नु मन छ भनेर सी क्राइड. एन्ड नो वाइ युआर क्राइङ, आई क्यान डु इट. सो आई डिड इट. यु नो, मेरो साथीहरू थियो, मेरो कनेक्सनहरू थियो. आई रोट इन अ फेसबुक. आई डिड लाइक, मैले आई वाज नट सेन्सिटिभ के. वेन आई केम ब्याक एन्ड आई स्टार्टेड थिङ्किङ अबाउट हर, वाइ सी क्राइड, यु नो. Then I realized actually people don't like to take things for free.
Okay.
You know, it's
interesting.
It's very, very selfish thing to give.
True. Oh my God, really?
Because we get a lot of pleasure giving. Yes. So, but we don't think how other people feel to receive it for free. It takes a lot of courage to take it, you know, to accept
things for free.
Yes.
Especially with the Nepali mindset, who is like heavily Swabhiman and all.
Swabhiman, dignity ko kura huncha
Oh my
ke.
God.
Then I felt like, oh, wow, giving, I felt very good. The person who sent me money, कतारमा बस्ने, दुबईमा बस्ने दाजुभाइ, नेपालमा बस्ने, युएसमा बस्ने नेपालीहरूले पठाउँथे, उनीहरूलाई त they felt good नि त, because they, you know, donated. But then who received? Not necessarily always become happy. Dignity ko kura huncha ni ta, when they know actually it's just normal women is helping their kids. So then that made me realize, look, how do you feel if you are the one in their place? Put your hands down, you know. त्यतिखेर चाहिँ like, no, I should do something they feel honorable.
In
to
a
receive.
dignified way.
way.
दान दिएको जस्तो होइन कि सहयोग गरेको जस्तो होस् र लिनेलाई पनि यस्तो नलागोस् कि
earning गरे जस्तो होस्. Like I earn it. Yes, I earn it. I deserve this.
Very different approach.
Yes.
Very well
then
done. Wow.
all these women who works for Kokroma, they are not receiving anything for free. They earn it.
True that.
With their hard work, with their skill. And they're proud. You know, they are not vulnerable women. They are proud women. They're proud of their profession. They're proud of being mother. They earn, you know. So that's much better than receiving
something free of cost.
Yes.
That too at the cost of your dignity.
Yes.
Okay. So अब तपाईँ त थुप्रै ठाउँमा जानुभयो होइन फिल्म मेकिङको प्रसङ्गमा आफ्नो कामको लागि भनौँ विभिन्न पक्षमा यो त्यो नभनिकन हजुर अहोरात्र खटिरहनु भएको छ होइन. अब हाम्रो अडियन्सहरूलाई पनि बताइदिउँ होइन, उहाँले नभन्नुभयो भने उहाँले थुप्रै ठाउँमा काम गर्नुभएको छ है. म कुन पक्ष मात्र उहाँको अगाडि भन्नु भइरहेछ मलाई आफूलाई पनि. सो अब तपाईँले गर्नुभएको थुप्रै कामहरू थुप्रै अनुभवहरूमा हामीलाई यस्तो कुनै इन्सिडेन्ट बताइदिनुहोस् जुन सम्झेर चाहिँ तपाईँको अहिले पनि खुसीले भनौँ अथवा पीडाले भनौँ आँसु आउँछ.
Oh, there's so many things, you know.
Please,
So
any
many, I
one
don't
or
know how
two.
to how to remember. Like yes, अब त्यो त काम गर्दाखेरि सबै फिल गर्ने त हुँदैन, but then one thing that I feel so proud that I've एउटा इन्सिडेन्ट छ के लाइक जब मैले कोक्रोमाको भिजन राखेँ होइन, एउटा बहिनी चाहिँ मलाई लाइक आई डोन्ट नो आई नेभर थट आई कुड हायर यु नो आई बिन अलवेज वर्किङ फर समबडी एल्स म पो अर्काको लागि काम
How is that feeling?
होइन त्यो त एकदमै ठुलो माइन्ड सिफ्ट हो कि त्यो हो पर्सपेक्टिभ सिफ्ट हो नि त म पो त जब अप्लाई गर्दै हिँड्ने होइन काम खोज्दै हिँड्ने
काम दिइरहेको
मैले त्यो सिफ्ट गर्नु मलाई कस्तो गाह्रो भएको थियो क्या होइन त्यो कामले कहिले पनि भएको थिएन बट एनिवे दिस स्टोरी इज वेन आई थट डिजाइन्ड एन्ड हेभ अ भिजन फर कोक्रोमा first day like I want to have I promise myself I'm going to change or be like that maybe change not the right word anyway I'm going to work for somebody else now you know for make their life better giving opportunity अनि मैले चाहिँ भने लाइक इफ समबडी हु रियली निड्स जब अनि हु इज इन सच अ सिचुएसन आई एम ह्याप्पी टु गिभ अ जब अनि यस अनि कोक्रोमामा चाहिँ अब तर के गर्ने कसरी गर्ने चाहिँ मलाई पनि थाहा थिएन कि अनि हाम्रो अहिले जुन म्यानेजर बहिनी हुनुहुन्छ सी केम एन्ड सी केम एराउन्ड साँझको टाइममा नेबरले लिएर आउनुभयो अनि सी निड्स अ जब अनि तिमीलाई आउँछ काम भनेर मैले सोधेँ होइन आउँदैन भनेर चिचा डराउनु भयो क्या यस्तो चिचाउनु भयो म यस्तो डराएँ होइन अनि नडराउ मलाई पनि आउँदैन बट डु यु वान्ट टु लर्न भनेर मैले सोधेँ यस आई वान्ट टु लर्न ओके देन यु आर इन because I also want to learn together.
So sweet. Very true.
Then once she left, I cried because all that vision came as a real face. I saw a real person that I'm going to work for her.
Wow.
The next middle chapters, I'm going to work for her to make it better place. Then she's the first person that I hired. Now she understands my vision. And we have 17 women now, not only her. So the vision is जब like 1बाट 2, 2बाट 4, 4बाट 8 भयो नि बहिनीहरू आउनु भयो अनि टिम बन्दै गयो now family गयो. So this moment is we sometimes talk to each other and we cry that she really believed in me even though I had nothing. And initially and she said she's so grateful because I believed in her when she said she knew nothing, you know. So we have such a good relationship. Her name is Sadika Rai. I want to mention because like, you know.
She deserves that.
Yes, she deserves that. And she is a leader. That she has learned to be leader and guide other women. And she understands whole idea of why we should be honorable rather than being on somebody's mercy all the time. Your moment, I feel that very particular moment, I cried when I saw the real person. Okay.
That was it. Okay. Now let's talk about your future project in pipeline. अब आफूलाई 4-5 वर्षपछि कहाँ देख्नुहुन्छ हजुरले?
A lot happened in my life, in my personal life also, होइन अनि your question saying I felt a lot when I was making film. What next? And that put so much stress, okay? And I'm not doing just because somebody needs that or somebody wants to hear, wow, another project. I'm not that kind of person. You know, I want to do when it's needed. Not because I want. त्यो type of मान्छे हो म चाहिँ. So 2024 for me was more about reflections and resting. And 2025, I'm thinking going to full on work, like, you know.
With full-fledged energy.
Yes.
Stored for a year.
Yes, because it's still the Kokroma was in a start-off stage because 5 years मात्रै भइरहेको थियो. Now it's 6 years, होइन? So I really still believe in this. For example, when I did activisms or the social work, I always questions what next. Is it certain? But this is the first time in my life I truly believe. I don't want to change. We need more and more entrepreneur in Nepal. We need more and more job opportunity in Nepal. So yo चाहिँ मलाई पहिलोचोटि I'm very satisfied that we need to work on this to bring the positive change, maybe in a better way, improve, maybe scale or teach other people, share knowledge. I see that continuing the Kokroma and improving, making better, maybe share the knowledge with other women, other entrepreneur and build. That's how I see my upcoming years.
ओके अब यो त फ्युचर प्लानिङ भयो होइन अलिकति एक्चुली विगतमा जाउँ पास्टमा धेरै नेपालीहरू त विदेश जानलाई लाइन लागेका हुन्छन् कतिजना आफ्नो ज्यानको जोखिम लागेर पनि विदेश जान युरोप जान अमेरिका जानलाई लागि पर्नु भएको छ दलालको हातमा पर्नु भएको छ सच अ ट्राजिक स्टोरी राइट तपाईँ त बकाइदा विदेश जानुभएको मान्छे पढिरहेको मान्छे के देखेर नेपाल आउनुभयो त
I think, yes, I questioned that. My idea was to stay in Finland. तर म त्यहाँ बस्दाखेरि मेरो मन चाहिँ नेपालमा थियो के
Okay, wow.
So I think I'm wise.
Maybe. Okay.
A lot of people, they have their priority, and it's not
True.
it's not necessary that everybody should stay back because you love your Nepal. You can love Nepal from anywhere.
Staying abroad too.
Yes.
Not necessarily into here in Nepal.
Yeah, and then it's not necessarily Nepali thing. The whole world is yours. You can be better human being staying any corner of the world,
True.
So त्यो माइन्डसेट चाहिँ अब नलिँदा पनि हुन्छ हामीले होइन तर पनि जुन तपाईँले जुन कन्टेक्स्टमा क्वेसन सोध्नु भयो त्यो कुरा चाहिँ नेपाल इज नट स्टिल त्यो होप गिभ अप गर्ने अलिक त्यो अवस्थामा पुगिसकेको छैन स्टिल वी हेभ अ होप के हियर एन्ड इट्स पिपल्स प्रायोरिटी I don't say any negative about who is leaving the country. I think it's good for in many sense. I know.
Good for the country from the economics perspective also.
The education
भयो
होइन अनि गाह्रो पनि त छ नि त नेपालमा छैन त होइन they learn skills, they eventually अब they can transfer the knowledge maybe anyway. At the moment, the whole world is one place. मलाई त्यस्तो लाग्छ. But I feel comfortable in Nepal because it's beautiful.
Anyways, that was quite a talk. अब हामी हाम्रो प्रोग्रामको अर्को सेगमेन्ट पाएको छौँ. यो सेगमेन्टमा चाहिँ म तपाईँलाई एउटा इन्ट्रेस्टिङ प्रश्नले भरिको सेट अफ क्वेसन सोध्ने छु होइन धेरै प्रश्नहरू छन् तपाईँले छोटो छोटो उत्तर दिनु होला कन्सिडर दिस इज अ सोर्ट अफ अ ऱ्यापिड फायर ओके ओके यु रेडी
Okay,
brace
I'm ready.
yourself. Yes. There you go. तपाईसँग भएको सबैभन्दा महँगो कुरा के हो?
Oh my God, it's like material you're talking about?
Anything. You're free to answer the way you want me to answer.
My freedom.
Oh wow, that was quite philosophical. तपाईसँग भएको सबैभन्दा धेरै काम लाग्ने कुरा के हो जस्तो लाग्छ?
Oh my God, this is so...
Come on.
That I own something that is
very
maybe
useful. Anything, maybe your talent, your thing, anything.
I think communication.
Oh, communication skill, not bad, huh? तपाईँको जीवनमा तपाईँलाई कुन बेला चाहिँ मैले जिन्दगीमा केही गरेँ भने जस्तो लागेको थियो यस्तो हुन्छ नि अब चाहिँ केही गरेँ है त्यस्तो कुनै मोमेन्ट अहिलेसम्मको भविष्यमा बाँकी नै छन् होइन अहिलेसम्मको
Every month, first तारिकमा के when I pay salary
to the staff. Yes, I am the entrepreneur, right? Okay.
That's silly question.
अब तपाईँलाई चाहिँ तपाईँको जुन जीवन छ नि थुप्रै जिम्मेवारीहरू छन् होइन तपाईँको जीवनमा ओहो मैले यी जिम्मेवारीहरू लिइरहँदा यो चाहिँ फाइदा हुन्छ यो चाहिँ राम्रो हो भन्ने कुनै एउटा पक्ष छ
Sorry, फेरि भन्नु
अब तपाईँ एन्टरप्रेनर हुनुहुन्छ, फिल्म मेकर हुनुहुन्छ होइन, अब एक्टिभिस्ट हुनुहुन्छ, यी सबै जिम्मेवारीहरू लिइरहँदा मेरो जिन्दगीमा यो चाहिँ अरूभन्दा राम्रो हुन्छ, यो पोजिसन होल्ड गर्दा भन्ने त्यस्तो कुनै कुरा छ?
Position, I never work for
पोजिसन अफ कोर्स यु मेन्सन्ड अर्लियर, त्यही पनि सोसल एक्टिभिस्ट भइरहँदाको फाइदा के हो जुन अरू हुँदा हुँदैन?
recognitions,
ओके, अनि सबभन्दा खराब कुरा चाहिँ के हो यो भइरहँदाखेरिको?
misunderstanding. People
Oh, wow,
blame it,
that
yeah.
sounds like now rapid fire है त. तपाईँले कुनै विदेशीलाई नेपालको यो ठाउँ घुम्न जाऊ भन्नु पर्यो भने कुन ठाउँ सजेस्ट गर्नुहुन्छ?
Lot of place.
Only one.
Mardi.
Okay, that was quite a beautiful place. I recommend every one of you to go there. अब रेवती गुरुङ चलचित्र निर्माता, फिल्म मेकर बडी हो कि सोशल एक्टिभिस्ट बडी हो कि सोशल एन्टरप्रेन्योरसिप बडी होला? कुन होला त्यो तिनटामा?
Social entrepreneurship.
ओके, सोशल एन्टरप्रेन्योरसिप बडी हो. तपाईँलाई महिला हुनुको सबैभन्दा ठुलो फाइदा के लाग्छ अनि बेफाइदा के लाग्छ?
We are very strong women because they're multitasking and resilient, and we are born to be very powerful. We have this patience. Befaida manera, though I don't really shade.
Nothing as such.
Nothing as such is that we born in a culture where a society, or not a society, our society also values women in a very high regards. Only certain people maybe.
Are there certain segment of society are there?
Yes.
Okay. Alright. तपाईँलाई म यो खानेकुरा चाहिँ एकदमै मिठो पकाउँछु जस्तो लाग्छ भने त्यो कुन कुरा हो?
Pork.
Okay, I think we need to go and visit you soon. नेपालको बारेमा विदेशीहरूबाट सुनेको कुनै नराम्रो कुरा जुन सुनेर तपाईँलाई चित्त दुखेको थियो?
Yes.
त्यस्तो कुनै कुरा?
Recently, when they say we are scammed in Nepal, that's very hurtful.
Which is not true.
Which is not true.
In all case.
Yeah, it's maybe some personal, or maybe with the wrong person. Majority, it's not the truth. But when one experience and they try to define Nepali people in that way, which is doesn't align, but then it hurts, Anyway, it's person experience who they are dealing with.
The most beautiful comment you have received from anyone else till
Sorry?
the date. अहिलेसम्म कसैबाट पाएको the most beautiful comment के हो तपाईँको जीवनमा?
Frequently I get the same, and that is, I'm jolly.
Okay. And do you agree that?
I think so.
What is one thing that you dislike about yourself?
Really, I don't focus on what I don't like. Maybe I have a lot of self-criticisms and self-doubt.
So basically you're your first critic.
Yes.
Okay. Now, the last question to you is, why do you think people should know about Kokroma, Nepal?
Yes, because it's authentic. It's made in Nepal. It's not only for the tag, but mostly it's made in Nepal. Because it works for good cause. It's not only children brand, but we collaborate with a lot of other projects to support, to work for the community. So at Kokroma, we collaborate with a lot of NGO like Elevate Nepal, Hero, Hami Nepali. Recently we donated a lot of children clothes and maternity package to the family who was affected by flood in Kabre, Roshikola, or even in the southern part of Kathmandu. And during the earthquake, we work with other organizations. We provide, we are a business, but the people come first to us.
Wow. Very beautiful, very beautiful. All right, so that was the end of our rapid fire show, and almost we have come to the end of our whole show as well. So कार्यक्रममा अब जाँदा जाँदै तपाईले कुनै कुरा भन्न चाहनुहुन्छ, शेयर गर्न चाहनुहुन्छ भने हाम्रो लिसनर्सहरुलाई, ऑडियन्सहरुलाई, तपाईको फ्यान फलोइङलाई, आफ्ना साथीभाइहरुलाई, प्लिज यु क्यान गिभ द मेसेज टु.
Um, Thank you for having me here. Please, Kokroma को background storyहरू पढिदिनुहोस् and spread the words. And if you get inspired by this story, if any of my work, म के भन्न चाहन्छु भने, and if you're women and if you're young woman or you know any age, start from today. Whatever dreams you have in your life, and if you think, as a child you want to do this, but you're waiting so long, and don't doubt, because in my experience, I didn't trust myself enough. I should have trusted myself more. So I would like to tell that don't doubt too much, just act, and sooner or later your dream comes true.
Thank you so much. Despite of a busy schedule, you managed to come and grace our show. We, from the entire team of Yak Production, would like to deliver your vote of thanks to you, and we wish you all the very good luck for your future endeavors. Thank you so much.
Thank you.